this is Agent Art, your senior Medicare specialist. I want to share with you how you can find the best drug plan for yourself. And I'm going to explain it in detail in this video. And if you have a computer and a phone, I would suggest you open up your browser on both and look at this video on one of them and follow along on the other, and stop the video and do the step I'm talking about, and you can follow and find out the best drug plan for you. Now I'm going to start off just at the very beginning. You get your browser open and you go to Medicare.gov and just hit enter, and then you'll probably see this screen. Alright, you can go right up here in health and drug plans. Alright, or you can find it down here. Find health and drug plans. Hit find plans. Alright, then you'll come here. Now if you have an account with Medicare, you can save a lot of time because it will have your drugs preloaded. Now I'm going to show you this, and then I'll go back and pretend I don't have an account, because I do. So I would hit log in. And it would log me in, retrieving my information. This is the plan I'm on now. Now, if I want to find other plans, then I would go down. These are just all my stuff. Okay, and that's my medications. All right, so if I want to find other plans, I hit compare plans. All right, now it loads everything already. So now it tells me which plan will be best for me in 2026. And it is the same plan, WellCare Value Script. All right. Now, if I wanted to explore other plans, you could. And I put my zip code in, hit the county, and I want to do Part D drug plan. Be sure and check this box, Part D drug plan. All right, then hit find plans, and you can go down. Again, it shows me my plan for next year. Now make sure that this is sorted by lowest drug plus premium cost. That's what you want. You want the lowest price on the drugs and the premium combined. When you look, you want to choose that plan. All right, so mine is a WellCare Value Script that I'm on now, so I don't have to do anything. It will automatically roll over. Next one is a Humana Premier plan, and as you can see, would be $100 premium a month, and they estimate my drugs would end up costing about $831 compared to about $782. That's a big difference. Okay, now let's go back and pretend you don't have an account with Medicare. All right, you don't have an account with Medicare, so you have to do a little more work. So hit Medicare.gov and hit enter. It'll take you to this screen, and all you have to do is hit health and drug plans. Click on that and find health and drug plans. And then you go to this screen. I'm logged in, so I've got to log out, so you'll see what you would see. All right, so this is what you would see. You would see a place to put in your zip code. Make sure 2026 is picked. All right, now you choose your county. I'm Paulding. All right, now remember, you got to this by going to Medicare.gov and choosing health and drug plans. Or you could go down to the box, and it won't let me go back. But anyway, 3014. Make sure you pick D, Medicare drug plan. You don't want to look at the Advantage plans, which are C, Medicare drug plan. So check that, D, and then hit find plans. Okay, now you don't get any help probably. Most of you don't get any help. And so I would say, if you don't get any help, and you don't probably, then select that and then hit the next one. Do you want to see your drug costs when you compare plans? You do. That's the only way you're going to know which plan's best for the drugs you have. Now, one of the reasons that I'm encouraging you to do this is because some of the drug companies are not allowing the agents to see the best plans on our quote engines. When we go and put in the drugs and look for plans, they are not letting those plans be seen on our search engines, but they are on Medicare.gov. So it's because it's too good a deal and they don't want people on it, so they don't let us see it. But you can see it if you'll go to Medicare.gov. Now here you need to add your drugs. And I'll show you. Normally just first three letters, like lisinopril, and it drops down, and I pick it, and then I go over here and add drug, and then it will give me an opportunity to pick what strength it is. All right, it'll have the one that's usual, but it may be different. Now the quantity, you can change this to 90 for 3 months if you want, and then you put add to my drug list. Then add another drug. All right, pravastatin, PRO, you might want to add another. I guess I'm not spelling it right. I'll say, okay, so let's say you have another drug you want to add. All right, let's say it is Lexapro. All right, there it is. It drops down. Then you hit add drug. Okay, now, this tells me there's a generic to this drug. I usually do pick the generic. So you'll probably want to say add generic. All right, and that's the name of the generic. The dosage, choose what dosage you want to pick. It's a tablet, so let's go here and months. You go through and add all your drugs, and once you finish adding all of your drugs, you go down to this green rectangle, done adding drugs. Click on that. Now you're putting in pharmacies. So you can put in your zip code, all right, or current location. Now if I want to find a certain pharmacy, say I want to go with Publix. I put in Publix and hit find pharmacies, and it will give me different Publix. Now, you don't have to really put the one that you go to. If one Publix is in network, all the Publix will be. So just pick one. All right, you may want, if you'd like to do mail order, go ahead and pick that. You look down here, you get a chance to pick a few more. Okay, let's go back up. Let's take that out. Let's say, all right, okay, we have CVS. Pick one. Add it, it goes down here. All right, let's go ahead and add a Walgreens. All right, okay, we have Walgreens. Pick one, and it adds down here. All right, now let's say we won't put anything in there and see what it does. Okay, now it tells me pharmacies that are in my area. All right, so we'll pick the hospital. All right, okay, now I have these full, so I've got to put continue to view plans. All right. Now, make sure this is lowest drug and premium cost. It tells me the best plan is the Humana Basic Plan. The monthly premium is $0. Total drug and premium cost for 26 will be $101.92 at the retail pharmacy. All right. If I do mail order, look how much I'll save. It'll just be $35. Tells me what the deductible is. Now, they waive the deductible on tier 1 and 2 drugs. Now, look. It says 3 of the 4 selected pharmacies are in network. Okay, that's good. Now you want to go to this place, this prompt, because you want to see what your drugs are costing. So go here and click View Drugs, and now it tells you which pharmacies are in network. Preferred, you'll get the best price. All right, so you could go back and put some other pharmacies in and see if you might get them in network. All right, now you scroll down, it tells you the yearly cost of your drugs. At CVS, it will be $121. Walgreens, that's out of network. Look how much those drugs cost at this pharmacy. Now that's ridiculous, I know, but that's the way it is. And mail order will be $35.16. And you can scroll on down, and it's going to tell you what you'll pay for those drugs, because you get them every quarter. In January, you'll pay $30.34. It tells you at each drugstore what you'll pay. Okay? All right? Now you can click on this, and it tells you. Now, retail cost is not what you normally pay, but before deductible for these drugs, that is what you pay. All right? And then after you've met the deductible, it'll be $3, but I don't think you're going to meet the deductible probably this year. But once you do, this is a $3 cost. That's $0. And once you've spent $2,100 on drugs, you won't have to pay anything. But that won't be the case. Now I'm going to show you how to actually sign up for a drug plan. So once you pick the plan, as I have said, then you'll see an enroll button. So you will push the enroll button, and it will say, yes, put join a plan. And then it will ask for your Medicare number. So you will put your Medicare number in. Don't worry about the dashes. Don't put the dashes in. Then once you have put your Medicare number in, you will read this and say, yes, I understand. You hit next. Then you will be asked to fill out your name. You fill them out unless they're marked optional, like middle initial. All right, birthday. Choose your sex. Put in your phone number and hit next. And then put in your permanent address. And I'll give you an opportunity to put that in. Check your state. Okay, now it already has the zip code. So I'll give you a moment. If your mailing address is different, you'll need to check here. You can stop the video if you need more time and start it back once you put your address in. Hit next. All right, it says you're joining the WellCare Classic PDP. All right, do you have other coverages you're keeping in addition to this plan? Like if you are on VA plan or some other plan. I'm not, so I put no. Do you work? Well, that's always a question I don't know. I'm retired in a way, but then I work in a way, so I usually put no. Does your spouse work? That's optional. Then, do you want to get your material from the plan by email? Now, I generally say no, because I like to get it in the mail so I can have a hard copy. That's up to your preference. Language, English. Now, don't do any of this unless you need large print. Then hit next. All right, how you want to pay for your plan premium. Now there's no premium with this plan. So I will choose to deduct it from my Social Security because there is no bill and there is no premium. So there won't be anything taken out. But you can choose just to get a paper bill. Then it will ask, your benefit comes from Social Security or railroad retirement. Mine is Social Security. All right, now you have other ways. You could get help paying your premium if you need it. If your income is over a certain amount, you'll have to pay extra. They'll let you know that if you have to. All right, I understand and agree with the following. So you take the time to read all of those. You can stop the video. Now that you've read them, you'll say, I've read and agree with these. Who is the person completing the application? You are. So I am the person. And hit next. All right, it gives the information here again. Okay, it gives you information. You're just checking the application now, just making sure everything is right. How you answered the general questions. You can always edit them if you don't agree and you didn't do it right. Here you submit your application. Now I'm not going to submit it because I'm keeping the plan that I want to keep. But you'll submit it, then it'll give you a confirmation. So that's the way you sign up for a new plan. I hope this has been helpful and it will save you some time as you go through it. And if you just can't get it worked out, call me and I'll be glad to walk through the process. What I'll do is take you to the Medicare website and we'll just work through it and I'll help you with that. If you can go ahead and put your drugs in, anything you can go ahead and do, that'll be helpful. All right, this is Agent Art saying so long and talk to you later.